The storied brewery of Spaten Franziskaner in Munich, Germany is where we find the third most popular Doppelbock, Spaten Optimator, and also the second most popular beer overall for the brewery. Now, while Spaten's history goes way back to the late 1300s with a brewer named Hans Weiser, it has gone through many changes over the years, including being the brewery that has the deepest ties to Oktoberfest. Now, since 2004, however, it was gobbled up by InBev, a subsidiary of Anheuser-Busch. And while easy to find on store shelves, it's really hard to find even a style profile online of Spaten's beers. Now, the original brewery in Munich has since ceased production and is now a museum for the brand. And since this beer, though, is a German Doppelbock, it does adhere to the purity laws of 1516, using just malt, hops, and water. According to the style description, the classic German dark beer, this bottom-fermented Doppelbock is full-bodied with a deep dark color and rich roasted malt flavor. The extra strength takes nothing away from the drinkability of this beer. It's 7.6% ABV, coming into us at 60 IBUs, and for food pairings, well, the style is best paired with German foods, of course, such as chocolates and also game. It also goes well with buttery-styled cheeses such as Brie, Gouda, Havarti, and Swiss, or other earthly-styled cheeses such as Camembert and Fontina. Now, in my review posted to YouTube on June 16th, 2015, I noted the dark brown pour with 1.5 to 2 fingers of head. I also like the green bottle for a dark beer. The smell was extremely malty with light caramel. Taste-wise, I thought it was a potent malty beer, very caramelized and chocolatey, and I ended up giving it a 7.5 out of 10. So I was shocked that I really couldn't find much information on the origins of this particular beer, and really not that much about the brewery itself, being such a storied, historic brewery in Munich. I think it was like the first brewery or something like that, and didn't really get much information. Really strange. Does this have to do with the Anheuser-Busch acquisition? And they kind of pushed this to the side. I'm sure this probably isn't one of their best-selling beers, a German Doppelbock, but no, to me it was just a tad disappointing that I couldn't really find much information, and a lot of the other German beers and like the Belgian beers that had these storied histories, you're able to see a lot of info. So maybe someone could kind of fill that gap. It's some historian, because I really couldn't get much. So Spaten Optimator, let's see if this is any different from when I reviewed it in 2014. Today is April 7th, 2021. This has a lasting date of November of 2021, so we're within that range. It still looks like it comes in that same bottle. It still looks like it's that green bottle that has a Doppelbock in it, which is strange to me. So pouring into this glass, we'll see what we got here. We got a nice bubbly pour. Very bubbly, with a thick head. Again, 1.5 fingers, exactly how it was the last time that I had this. So definitely consistent there, as you can see. Effervescent and carbonated as well. Aroma-wise, malty, caramely. Very fizzy, a little bit more malty than other Doppelbocks that I've had. Sugary, but not too sugary in the aroma. So let's see what we have taste-wise now. Let's try to get all this together. Here we go. This is a malt bomb, molasses bomb. Definitely very sugary. Extremely sugary. Getting a little bit of a bite on the back of the throat. Very faint roasted note. And very smooth as well, kind of going down like a Bock should. This being a double Bock. Very decent. Maybe a little bit too harsh on the back of the throat. but not really too much awful going on. It's not really that much of a flavor bomb other than the malted qualities of it. Caramel, very simple beer, really. Decent nonetheless. So I know I reviewed this in 2014. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10, and I'd have to agree with myself. I'd find it rather accurate to give it that score. Decent look to it, very fizzy. The head does dissipate. Aroma-wise, had to really kind of dig deep down. It's very very full caramel, sugar, and taste-wise is kind of okay. It doesn't hit it out of the ballpark to me. I don't know. Hopefully the recipe has never been changed since it's been acquired. However, to me, this is a good Doppelbock, but not on that higher level. So 7.5 out of 10 for Spaten Optimator.